And we're back on YouTube. Hello, welcome, 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 welcome. Right, so let's choose our next civic. Getting natural history up would be super cool because we can build water parks, and that's always fun. Opera and ballet gives us 2 envoys and allows us to build a Bolshoi theater so that we can get actually more great writers and musicians, which again would be very, very nice, like I have to say. I think I'm gonna go for opera and ballet. We should be getting an art museum pretty soon over here in Uruk, our capital over here. It's gonna be 5 turns, never mind. So I'm gonna switch off of opera and ballet. I'm gonna switch over to natural history. We're gonna put some turns into that. I don't know if we'll actually get an archaeological museum, but we'll see. Now, so let's use our cultists over here and sort of keep spreading the good word of Cthulhu over to our followers. And we got a new relic. Okay, and we actually, like, if you look over here, oh, they lost their religion. That's unfortunate. Or is it fortunate? I'm not sure. But anyway, if I were to look at the loyalty over here, loyalty. Yeah, you see, they're getting down there, right? So I'm actually, like, taking down their loyalty more than they can actually sort of rebuild it. So that's not gonna be very nice for them in the in the very short term, I would say. And it's basically like all I'm doing is sort of disrupting the U.S., just being a bit extra dickish to them, yeah. I can upgrade our galley over here to an ironclad, which is fan-freaking-tastic. That's gonna boost steel. Actually, we can build more ironclads, which is gonna be great because we're gonna have much, much stronger sort of ships. So let's do that. Let's totally do that. Why didn't I do it earlier? Okay, so we finished the railroad to connect over here to Tenochtitlan. I'm gonna sort of expand that railroad upwards over here so that we can sort of move units around much quicker. And I'm gonna chop down this forest. Bam! We've got our harbor up, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Now, you're gonna get the granary, you're gonna get the lighthouse, you're gonna need more housing. Now, in terms of a neighborhood, if I were to place one down, our best bet would probably be over here, because that's +5 housing, and that would be very, very helpful indeed. Or indeed, actually setting up over here for +6 housing. I'm not using this space anyway for anything, so I guess I'm going to lock that in right now. Boop. We're not going to need the neighborhood right now because we can, like, totally get a granary and a lighthouse and be set for the next sort of a couple levels of that city. So that's going to be lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. I'm going to get those truffles going. And let's see. So let's switch to the loyalty view over here. I can't switch loyalty view. That's taking me out of it. There it goes. More relics that we can put into our temples, our obelisks, and boost our faith considerably. Cool. Damn, this artwork is fantastic. Like, I'm loving these relics. They look so evil. Lovely. It would have been nice if we had any sort of flavor text to them as well, but that's just gonna be it. So, how you doing with loyalty there? Ah, crap, just shy. Like, if we had maybe 10 more cultists or stuff like that, we could probably do another, we could probably push for a bit more. That is most unfortunate, but that's just gonna be the way the cookie crumbles. Anyway, we finished our aqueduct over here in Sipar. We got pretty banged up because of this volcano. Unfortunately, I'm gonna set up this field cannon, right? So we're gonna need to sort of repair our stuff. But before we do that, maybe having an extra builder to kind of rebuild this camp over here might be nice to do. After that, a library as well. And a seaport might be nice to have over here so that we can build more ships. Choose escape route. So, our agent. Did we not... My spy has been detected. I literally just got there. So my spy... we sent a spy over to Washington, if you remember. And unfortunately, it seems that they just arrived. And they were immediately detected. So I need to choose an escape route for them. Or did I already have one? My memory is gone to crap. Okay, so the safest way would be to escape on foot. We're gonna do that. We managed to escape. We got some gold out of Washington, which is fantastic. Our ironclad can actually be upgraded, and we're gonna do that. And I'm actually gonna use ships to sort of help take his cities and sort of siege them down, which is gonna be great. And this military engineer can actually sort of get up here and keep building railroads. Ah, railroads. The sound of steam engines and progress. So we're going to set that up. Apostle, you keep working on Boston over there, buddy. Keep setting that up. Keep spreading our religion instead of losing my religion. We killed an enemy spy from the Indonesian Empire. Listen here. Guitar girl, why are you being so crappy to me? So ask for promise, don't spy on me. Oh, you don't want to. Oh, so we actually have grievances against you. We could declare a war, but they're too far away and I don't want to bother. So it seems that Guitar Girl is very upset because she is trying to spread Hinduism. She's very upset that I'm sort of spreading the Call of Cthulhu in here. But she's just going to have to take it. There's nothing that we can really do. Now, we've got another field cannon over here in Tenochtitlan. I'm going to set you to alert to protect that city. And also, so we've got this ironclad that the best thing to do would be to actually set it up over here so that we can go and attack Teddy. Over here in Tenochtitlan, we could be building units. And having some more musketmen seems like a pretty good idea. Let's switch off of replaceable parts and let's switch to steel because we can get some artillery going. And what? We can support a lot more trade. That would be a good idea. Also setting up another builder to sort of repair the stuff that's been damaged around here might also be a good idea. Getting a workshop up could be good if we want to get more production in this city, and I think we do. Actually, you know what? I think we should be building up this city because this city is pretty big, right? It's 15 population. That's a lot. And we could be using all of that population for good. So actually getting some more science, a watt for more science and faith, as well as a bank for more gold seems like a good idea. Maybe building units in this city is not the best idea. So we'll just park them over there. This city is pretty small. It's pretty non-important, to be honest. And I'm kind of thinking of how I would develop it, right? So if I were to set up a commercial hub, there's no real good place. It's just a +2. Getting some more land away from Auckland and Muscat might be a good idea. But I'm thinking of what else we can do over here. So if I were maybe like an industrial zone, there's no real good place to put it. Maybe over here, maybe over here. If I were to place it over here, there are no good mines that I could build. Maybe just, no, that's not proper. What can I do with this city? If I were to set it up for power, I don't know if it could actually power these 3 cities over here. So, like an aqueduct. So, hold on. So, a dam I can build here. An aqueduct I can build here and maybe set up an industrial zone here. So here's what I'm thinking. We could plop down an aqueduct over here. We could also plop down a dam over here. That dam could help to provide power to an industrial zone over here. Theoretically, a good place for an industrial zone would actually be here if we sort of harvest this maize. And you know what? I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to set up actually over here. I'm going to harvest that up. We're going to put some mines on this side. Where did I click? I clicked on the same thing. Mine. This tile is mine, eh? Okay. And over here we can set up a sort of farming triangle, right? So that we don't actually lose any sort of food. Yeah? I think that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, in that case, let's set you up with a builder, right? And where was that kooky spot I wanted to build the Panama Canal in? Over here. But I needed a settler. But I'm finishing up a university over here in Kish, and if I remember correctly, Kish is supposed to be the city where we get settlers from. So we shall wait a bit on that. But my question is, what the heck is happening to Preslav? Who are they fighting? Why are they at war? I would very much like to know relationships. It's not clear. It's happening over there. But I'm seeing some shenanigans over here, which I'm not very much enjoying. Oh, this might actually... Never mind. There's no shenanigans. It's just because of the volcano. Yeah, so as I was saying, over here in Texcoco, we shall get a builder. Then we shall set the city up with a dam. Let's get that going. We shall also build an aqueduct up in here. Up in here. Okay, that way they won't get any flooding. They also have a ton of housing. And while that's building, I'll actually sort of set up the mines over here, the farms, and all that good stuff. So that we're ready for a good industrial zone. Right. Now, over here in Larsa, this is a fairly new city as well. There's not a lot of good stuff that we can do with it. Having a harbor over here makes the most sense. But there's not like a lot we can do with it, yeah? It's a pretty boring city. So I guess I'm just gonna set it up like that. Maybe get some walls in as well, just so that it gets a bit of protection, right? Because we don't have very many units in here. You can go in there. Nice, nice. We got replaceable parts automatically because we built musketmen, which is awesome. We could theoretically switch them to actual infantry, but we're gonna need some oil in order to do that. Keep spreading the call of Cthulhu. Okay. And we actually got a great person, right? And it's a great admiral. Forms an armada out of a military unit. Okay, so units, you can kind of see that they're basically just like a one thing. Yeah, it's just the one unit. Now, there's a separate way of grouping units called into corps and armadas. Into fleet, I think it's formations, yeah? So we've got corps and armies, right? That we can sort of form out of land units, and for I think, yeah, for naval units we've got fleets and armadas. So what this means is that basically from one unit, this admiral can actually create for us a special unit that is actually formed out of 3, right? So if I go in here and I say form an armada. There you go, buddy. We have the first armada, we get some era score, and over here you see these 3 stars over here. This means that it's actually an armada, and it's very, very strong. Like, just so that you get an understanding of it. You see this ironclad normally is 70 strength over here, as well as, I don't know how much health it has. It's 100 out of 100, but the idea is that 70 melee strength, this one is 87, and we got that for free, which means that it's going to be very, very strong. It'll be able to take cities much, much easier and sort of destroy the other player's navy quite substantially. It would have been good to boost the frigate, because we're going to actually be using the frigate as a siege weapon, but you'll live and learn. I kind of don't expect a lot of resistance from Teddy over here. You want 20 horses for 3 gold? No. You're just gonna have to get your own horsies, because my horsies are the best horsies, and they're not... Wasn't this supposed to last like 16 turns? How the heck did we get to 21 turns is kind of my question. But I guess that's gonna be fine. Maybe I just misread the label. Things like this tend to happen. Sometimes. Anyway, let's keep moving that ironclad up there. We're gonna sort of continue to connect via railroad all the way up to here, so that we can move units much, much quicker to the front lines. We still don't have any siege units. You often wonder why I say so little. I'm talking constantly, lady. I've got nothing interesting to say. Well, that is rude. Okay, so Guitar Girl wants to pull us into a joint war against Teddy. I'm not going to do that. I'm instead going to leave them to sort of bash heads together, because that way they'll weaken each other, and then I can come in and just take all the spoils. So, Uruk, our capital, has reached population 20 size for the first time in the world. It's the first city to do so in the entire world. That gives us some era score. It also boosts... No, we also got a boost to opera and ballet, because we finished our art museum in there. Right. So Shabin over here. Counter spy, breach dam. Hello. We can do all sorts of shenanigans with that. So over here in Uruk, they're gonna need some more housing, like substantially so. I could build a consulate in here. We finished the diplomatic quarter. That's awesome. It's going to be boosting buildings. Now, hold on. So if I go to yields or buildings, is that what I'm looking for? So this is a +1 from adjacent district. So actually, this diplomatic quarter is not actually acting like a government plaza, because a government plaza gives you +1 for your district sort of automatically by default. We are getting a +1 from adjacent districts, but this is because we've got 3 districts over here, right? We've got the cultural district, the industrial one, and also the diplomatic quarter. So it doesn't give us the bonuses, unfortunately, that we were hoping for, but that's just gonna be fine. If I am to get some housing, I'm gonna need to set up a neighborhood, and I'm gonna need to do so in a place that doesn't get destroyed immediately by that freaking volcano. Unfortunately, there's no awesome spot that we can use, because probably our best real estate is taken up by our districts, so that's gonna be fine. I guess I'm just gonna set it up here, I would say, yeah, on that hill. That's gonna be fine. We're gonna get some housing in there. That way they won't be as we'll be able to grow the city even more. People will be more productive, hopefully, and we'll be able to get some units out there. So this military engineer can just continue to sort of build railroads. Okay, oh, so I have 2 spies. One of them went to Washington, was doing a mission, and then I sent another one. Nigbao over here. So actually, Nigbao, I'm going to send you to another city. Because you know what? If Guitar Girl is very, very annoying with her spying, why don't we do the same thing? Hold on a sec. So Indonesia. Yeah, just go to Indonesia. We can't textile. Fortunately, this doesn't seem like a very, very good spot. Does Indonesia have a commercial district? No, it does not, because why would it, right? But what I can do is I could keep spying on Teddy, but another city, like for example, oh, I don't know, St. Louis, which has both a theater square as well as a commercial hub, and we can steal great works. We can steal the Iliad, as well as get some more money. So I'm gonna place him up there, and we're gonna see what happens. He wants to buy truffles and tobacco. I can certainly spare that. It's not a lot of money, but I think I'm gonna take it. And gets us some more stuff, and more stuff is always nice.
The best steel doesn't always shine the brightest.
There you go, buddy. Now we can actually build artillery, which is great. It's actually fan-freaking-tastic. And I'm gonna send Uruk straight back into Washington. Not Uruk. I'm not sending my city to spy on another city. I'm sending my agent to sort of spy on another city. Now, we have this builder. This builder is not like other builders because it is mine. Or how was the saying? Many are like it, but it is better because it is mine. Or whatever the heck it was. Okay, so we've got another musketman here. Theoretically, we could, and I think we shall form some core. There you go. That'll make this musketman a lot stronger, right? We'll be able to take cities easier, do a lot more damage. Now the question is, what do we research? So coal power plants, we're not gonna get. So I think actually going for refining and getting oil up might be the best way to go about it. Now we finished medieval walls over here in Ixtapaluca, which allows us to be much more defended against his stuff. And I think we should be shifting over to making units, yeah? So setting up, we can't build artillery. Oh crap, I screwed myself. Artillery requires oil. I didn't have the technology that allowed me to kind of get oil. So unfortunately, I can't actually build artillery to kind of siege down his cities. I think that's going to be mostly fine because St. Louis, for example, Boston, New Orleans, they don't have actually walls. So I could still do pretty much a lot of damage to them. Oh, I can build submarines. Hello, submarines. Oh, I can build bombards, though. So, yeah, how about we get some... In that case, we will get the bombards. We won't get the artillery, which is obviously... which is a much better, right? Because it's the upgraded form of the bombard. But, you know what? Cannons is cannons. If I can blow stuff up, I'm happy. A little bit. Maybe that quest for oil will get me to invade America. Ha! Get it? Anyway, begin voting. We got the World Congress over here. I would like to get some extra stuff, some extra amenities from my resources. And what I do have a lot of it is tobacco indeed. So we're going to try to boost that. We're going to try to get it. Yeah, we're just gonna vote for ourselves over here. Just submit. We'll see what happens. Right. Tobacco, there it is. Oh, grants no amenities. Crap, they voted against me.
In all works on natural history, we constantly find details.
Okay. So now we finish natural history. We can actually get archaeologists and get some extra stuff out of that, which is very, very nice. But unfortunately, we don't have any archaeological museums that can actually support everything that we find. And yes, indeed, it does belong in a museum. But aside from that, that's not going to be very helpful. Opera and ballet would be nice. Scorched earth would be okay. The question is, how do I get to democracy? Because I'd very much appreciate having a different... Oh, suffrage. There you go. So 4 sewers. research radio. I think we could hard research up there. But I think I'm going to get opera and ballet just in case I want to switch my government up. Like switch my policies in here. Because we might be finishing up some... Wait, wasn't Uruk building a wonder? No, it's actually Nippur. Okay. We might want to switch out of the policies that we have since we'll be finishing some wonders soon. So I might want to take that out and sort of shift some things around. You want an embassy? Yes, of course. Wait. Do we not have embassies with everyone? Because if we don't, it's a bit of a problem. Let's see. Hey, Ruhr Valley.
Stopped beating. Hardly anyone worked. Hardly anything ran. The population of the Ruhr area had to be supported by the rest of the country.
Right, and this is a fantastic wonder because it gives us plus 20% production in this city and plus 1 production for each mine and quarry in this city, right? Which means that, just so that we were sort of understood here, that means plus 20% production and 1, 2, 3, so plus an extra 3, 4, I think, production. Right, in this city, which means that it should be up to some crazy numbers. So hold on just a second while I send you. So I want to get some production in this city. I can send you to Nippur, to Shurupak. Or to Nippur. Nippur gives us extra food. Yeah, just do that. So just for comparison, Uruk, which is a huge city, right? Like 20 population, the biggest city in the world, has 60 production per turn. Shurupak, now with only 10 population, has 67 production, right? So this is just wacky. This is just nuts, right? It seems that the dam is not actually providing power properly to all the other cities. Hold on. Power. So unfortunately, the dam seems to only power its own cities. Well, that is most unfortunate. However, I don't want to turn on coal power all across my kingdom right now, or all across my realm. I think we're just going to sort of wait a little bit until we have oil power, and that's just going to be fine. We do have oil power, right? Like, we can totally set that up. Or can we not? Yeah, oil power plant. We could totally set it up, but first we need the appropriate technology. So it's going to be 5 more turns. We're going to do that. No problemo.